Next will be Commissioner Valerie Covey, followed by Doug Turkle and Jesus Chavez. Commissioner Covey.
Hi, I'm Valerie Covey. It's Valerie Covey. I'm Williamson County Commissioner in Precinct 3. Thank you for allowing us to speak tonight. I am also the Vice President of the Williamson County Conservation Foundation. I'm speaking in opposition to the proposed listing of the Jollyville Plateau, Georgetown, and Salado salamanders. Since learning of the lawsuit and resulting settlement regarding the proposed listing and critical habitat in 2011, Williamson County and the Williamson County Conservation Foundation have been diligently gathering information to see if the salamander actually warrants listing. The foundation hired a team of biologists, scientists, and attorneys and has spent over $500,000 to research and update the existing science regarding the salamander. The foundation has focused on the quality of available science and research used by the service in its threat assessments, noting that the information that the service relied on is flawed. The research performed by the foundation's team also examined the relationship of development and impervious cover to the effects on the salamander habitat, finding salamanders living quite well in springs encircled by large residential developments, golf courses, and even major highways such as SH-45 and RM-620. The foundation has looked at water quality and sedimentation in known springs with various levels of development and impervious cover, finding water quality samples to be clean. The current water quality standards used in Williamson County are sufficient to ensure that development doesn't harm the salamander or damage the water we drink or use for recreation, for example. Who wants clean water more than those of us who actually live here in Williamson County? The assumption that urbanization and impervious cover will cause water quality to be destroyed, thus causing harm to the salamander, is not supported by the facts. The service produced no science on their own in determining to propose the listing of the salamanders. In fact, this is the normal process in which the service relies on information generated by others, usually those that would typically support a listing. The service has based their proposal on faulty data, making assumptions instead of basis of fact. In fact, words like might, could, may, unknown, do not know, potentially, believe, and assume are in the document over 630 times. There is not sufficient data on these salamanders, as the service admits in various parts of their proposal, and that is why the foundation has spent so much money on researching the science with a commitment to continue this process. The law requires that the service use the best scientific data available in their decision whether or not to list. Their proposal does not show that they have done so to this point. We would ask that the science gathered by the foundation's team be considered in determining a final determination and a final decision. There is no imminent threat to the salamanders based on several factors, including the fact that the salamander has been on the candidate list for many years and has done well, while Williamson County has grown over 70%, around 70% in the last decade. The salamander has been doing quite well and has also been, the Jollyville salamander has a listing priority of an 8. It always has. The Georgetown salamander, as mentioned, was reduced from a 2 to an 8 based on the conservation efforts of the foundation. Therefore, with no imminent threat, adequate time should be given to a decision like this that would have grave economic impacts, not just to private developers, but also to the county, cities, and even school districts. The service agreed to a 5-year study of the salamander funded by the foundation. We have completed only 2 years of this study. Due to the need for additional data and no imminent threat to the salamander, we request that the service stand by their commitment and allow the research to be completed by the foundation over the remaining period before a final decision is made. However, the foundation and Williamson County are confident that the quality of its research and science to date clearly shows that the best available science does not support listing the salamander is endangered or threatened at this time. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.